I'm Jeffrey Denning. I'm here at Red Dot Firearms, Layton, Utah. I'm going to talk to you about a proper pistol grip. Now, you don't necessarily need to have a perfect grip that I'm going to explain to shoot one round and actually hit what you can, hit what you're aiming for. That comes with trick, sight alignment, and sight picture, as well as a smooth trigger pull. So technically I could turn this gun upside down and pull it with my ring finger or my pinky, depending on that weight of that trigger, and shoot one round, bam, and hit what I'm aiming at. But a proper grip will allow you to have excellent recoil management, meaning I'll be able to get more shots on target quicker, and it can really help with a good, maintaining a good sight alignment. What I don't want to do, and I'll tell you what I don't want to do, I don't want to keep my thumb in the wrong place. I have my hand here, Don't. So one, make sure your thumbs are on the same side always. You grip just like this. Now, if I grip, I'm going to point the gun up. We don't do this. You shouldn't do it. It's a safer and easier place with muzzle discipline to keep that gun pointed down. But I'm going to grab with my dominant hand, nice and high in the back strap or high up on that grip, and then with that finger straight in the index position straight along the frame. You'll notice that my three fingers are together and straight up against the trigger guard. That's with my dominant hand. Whether it's your right hand or your left hand, it's going to be the same for a pistol grip. Next, I'm going to take my other hand, and what I want to do is I maintain as much coverage on this as I possibly can, maintaining it tight and firm. And there's a way to do this, but let me show you a couple ways that are not necessarily good. No cup and saucer. It really just allows all the recoil to come back here and manage nothing with this cup and saucer type thing, because I'm drinking a cup, a teacup. That's where that cup and saucer comes from. And I've also seen people do this. Now you can do thumbs down, which is good for a revolver, or cross thumbs, but it really doesn't allow everything to be covered with that. A good thumbs forward grip does. I'll show you the proper one like that too, but let me explain first. And I've seen a lot of people put their fingers up here. Now, it's not a good tactic if you can't do it on the move, in the dark, under stress, or with a multitude of guns. Some pistols have a trigger guard that looks like it can allow your finger to go here, or even your thumb. Sometimes it might make sense to hold down recoil, but in actuality, it's not the best thing. It doesn't cover all guns. All guns aren't like that. But not just because it doesn't cover all guns, but if people have their three fingers together, or even their four fingers, and their fingers aren't tight, then it's lacking strength. We want to put our fingers together. Doing one up here only gives you three fingers. So you want all your fingers tight together and up against this trigger guard. Not just like this, but ideally like that. Doing it just like that, you might think it might interfere with the trigger, but it doesn't. It allows full coverage of this trigger guard. Boom. And that will get an amazing recoil management. The other thing is getting that thumb along the slide, and I'm covering all this. Now, people have different sized hands, so you have to get the gun that fits for you. But taking your support hand, meaning your opposite hand, your dominant hand, and pointing it out is what you want to do. So you're taking your finger and you're pointing it at the target, because that's how you draw, that's how you shoot, that's how you operate with a pistol or any firearm, because you're in the index position, your finger's straightened off the trigger. And then you're taking that left hand, or your right hand if you're left-handed, and I'm pointing at thumb. Now notice the angle here. I'm locking this out completely. My tendons and ligaments are not moving. It's a lot sturdier than this. Here it can bend. Here it doesn't. So I'm taking that out, I'm putting that coming straight over this and just locking that in, and I'm shooting. Now, if I have a safety here, then I'm going to keep that thumb here like a 1911 style. If I don't, I want to have it out on exposed a little bit like this, and that's to avoid accidentally pushing up this slide lock when the gun is when the slide's moving back and forth when the gun's still loaded. Unfortunately, it happens. So get in the habit of doing this. Again, my support hand is straight, locked out just like that. Boom, boom, wrap. I'm going to point up for demo, just like that. It's completely covering that gun. Now people say, oh, this much percentage and that much percentage as far as grip goes on one hand or the other. I say the majority is going to be on your support hand or your non-dominant hand. So I could take this gun just like this, I could squeeze the trigger, bang, and that is holding everything in place. It's your getting your support hand in the right place, getting your body position in the correct place, leaning forward, weight on the balls of your toes, rear end out a little bit, knees only slightly bent, and leaning forward will allow excellent recoil management. Boom, boom. All right, so to recap, keep both thumbs on the same side of the slide, get that thumbs forward position, make sure that your hand is high in the back strap, and with get all of your fingers together and up high against that trigger guard. I'm Jeffrey Denning. Until next time, continue to hone your skills and keep adding to your tactical toolbox.